Hey guys and girls, welcome back to the Cozy Ghost. I'm your host October, and welcome back to Hiveswap Friendsim. We are gonna go fix the mistakes we made in the last episode, which involved this lovely, horrible couple. I did this one last time, and it ended with me being sexually harassed and then left to die in an alley. So we're gonna go with this one. You guys seem like you have a wonderful, stable relationship. Right. Glad you understand. You don't feel great about this. It's not cool to tell lies, especially not to your new friends, but it's also not cool to nag your rad new friend's relationship, especially when you don't know how the fuck any of this stuff works. Honestly, you should probably come up with some sort of mnemonic for just how little you know about anything at all. You don't know what that means. You don't know what that means. You'll workshop. Well, you actually seem okay. Obviously a huge normie freak, but okay. You wonder what kind of people Cuprum has been hanging out with if he thinks you look normal. At this point, you're, dressed in a bathrobe, sunburned, slathered in sparkly lotion, and probably a bunch of other stuff you can't remember right now. His friends must look really wild. You hope whoever those friends are will be your friends too. You aren't picky about looks. The group of blue bloods out on the street, maybe they could use some friends too. You're getting the vapors at just the thought of all these potential connections. You start around the dumpster to find out. Cuprum grabs the back of your shirt. Where do you think you're going? Idiot tries to make decisions for themselves. The decisions are bad. Nobody's fucking surprised. Lol. You point out very respectfully that all those people look pretty lost and confused. You assume the prank is over now. Everyone can shake hands and go on as friends. This is idiotic, considering what you've learned about Alternia up until now. Not a prank. This is war. It's not over until all of them are dead or crying. Huh. Well, okay, as long as you aren't the one dead or crying. None of the high bloods look too close to doing either, though. They're standing in a clump in the center of the street. Nervous, but fine. This is just a minor inconvenience, like a flat tire or a spilled cup of coffee. They've been lured into some slums by some greasy nerds, but Volkol and Cuprum don't seem to plan on doing anything besides watching and giggling. One of the blue bloods, a smallish girl with a cerulean symbol on her hair clips, is standing a little apart from the group, furiously texting. The face when the dirty blue blood girl starts losing her cool. Should have known one of them would crack. You aren't sure what's going on. Yoswug. Still not great. Regular is calling the damn drones. Usually high bloods wouldn't go running to them like that. Don't want to admit low bloods got one over on them. When you get owned, fucking own it. That could go on a t-shirt. Volkol and Cuprum seem bummed that their prank is gonna end so fast and with so little damage done. But isn't that the point of a prank? That everyone gets out of it relatively unscathed. Anything more and it becomes assault. Overhead there's a whir and a clank. Loud, but not loud enough to prepare you for the damn flying bus coming in for a landing out on the street. Holy shit! I don't think you've ever been so excited about public transportation. You're so confident that continuing your ramble across this alien world is the best thing for you, but gosh, it'd be nice to rest your feet for a little while. Even better, none of the trolls getting on the bus seem to have money or travel passes. Perfect! You don't have any of those things either. You start around the trash pile again, and this time 2 pairs of hands grab onto the back of your shirt. Dude, where the hell are you going? You quickly explain that you want to catch the bus before it takes off again. You have no idea how long it'll be for another one arrives. Volkol and Cuprum look like you're crazy. Well, Cuprum looks at you, and Volkol kind of looks over your shoulder. Can you call it looking if someone doesn't have eyes? Listen, I know we make intelligent jokes about the intelligence of everybody around us. It's just our thing. But are you actually mentally handicapped? You can't just get on a chartered scuttle buggy. That's for cerulean and up. Maybe teal if they get a death wish. Ugh, this damn hemo spectrum again. You really need someone to sit you down and explain exactly how all of this works. Preferably without calling you an idiot the whole time or pitting on you. It's just so arbitrary. At least the oppressive power structures from your planet make sense. Untrue. Be fucking for real. It only makes sense to us because we live under it. Like, it makes sense. No oppressive power structure makes sense to anyone but those on top. Ugh, anyway, before I get all upset at colonialism and imperialism, I'm gonna keep playing this game about imperialism. Okay, it just seems so arbitrary. At least the oppressive power structure of your planet makes sense. Well, no they don't actually, but you're used to them, which makes them much better and more acceptable. You hang back as all the blue bloods get on the bus. It occurs to you that even though it was their prank that lured the blue bloods down there, Volkol and Cuprum had to watch it all unfold from behind a dumpster. They don't dare to do anything head on. Not that you support just randomly attacking people in the street, but it is kind of fucked up that only a certain kind of violence is acceptable, aimed in a very specific direction. Judging from how easily Cooperum picked you up with his brain, he could hold his own in a fight no problem. The bus takes off, blasting a backdraft that rattles the empty cans and crumpled bits of garbage in the gutter. Stillness descends on the alley. Wow, that was anticlimactic. Cooperum says they're calling the drones, but a bus came instead. Maybe calling the drones could mean a whole bunch of things, like calling 911 could be a report of robbery, assault, or someone's light falling off. Or that's what you think until you hear the distant but quickly closing pound of giant footsteps. Fuck. Time to go. Volkel wraps her arms more securely around Cooperum, and he takes off. Like, literally takes off. At first you think he's wearing those shoes with the little wheels on the bottom, the kind kids wear to crash into stuff at the mall. But no, he's hovering a half inch off the ground. You have to run to keep up with him, and your steps are distressingly loud on the pavement. A familiar weightlessness shoots through your limbs, settling in your guts. Energy crackles around you, picking you up off the ground and pulling you along behind them. He has enough power to fill both of you at once, all the while carrying his girlfriend on his back. You don't know much about physics. You don't know map. But this is pretty damn impressive. The three of you round a corner and you forget all about being impressed because you're too busy freaking the fuck out. You were so busy worrying about the drone coming from behind you, you did not consider the possibility of one closing in from the front. This one is smallish, but it's still a lot bigger than you, and a lot spinier, and a lot more endowed with dangerous lasers, and is focused on the three of you instead of on someone else. You, Volkel, and Cooper make a similar noise. It goes a little bit like, ah! The smash at the end comes from Cooper picking all of you up with his brain and tossing you just as the drone shoots a laser out of its torso. Blast the pavement where you'd been standing into craggy, smoking chunks. You tumble feet over ass into the alley wall. A concerning pain twinges through your healing ribs, but you're just so used to injuries at this point you barely wince. What's more concerning is Volkel. The blast rips her off Cooperum and sends her in the opposite direction, against the alley wall with you. She immediately curls into a ball, like a pill bug with a lot of hair. She doesn't respond when you ask her if she's okay, and you aren't sure if you should touch her. You shouldn't move injured people, right? Especially not injured people with void rot. I'm fine, I'll live. Oh, fuck. The drone had a 50-50 chance of coming in your direction instead of Cooperum's, and surprise, it did! Moves altogether way too fast for something that size. Aren't big things supposed to be slow? That's what video games taught you. Video games wouldn't lie, would they? Fuck, shit, hell. You've come all this way, dodged so many dangers, made so many friends, and now you're just gonna get lasered by some huge spiky robot monster thing. Are they even robots? They kind of look organic, but so do, like, the couches here. But you digress. It's still gonna kill you. But instead of dealing you a quick, fatal blow, the drone stops in the center of the street. Its big, ugly head swivels toward Volkel. Oh, God. Is it possible you found someone more gullible than you are? Alternia definitely doesn't seem like a great place to be the weakest link. As usual, you are next to useless. All you can do is watch as the drone takes heavy steps towards her. Desperate, you kick a nearby trash can. You shout, you make as much noise as you can, trying to draw its attention. Once you have it, you aren't sure what you're going to do with it, but you aren't worried about that right now. The drone grinds to an uncertain halt. Its head slowly turns towards you, then back to Volkel. It can't make up its mind. Should it go for the void rot or the noisy asshole? You look there around for weapons while it's frozen in indecision. There's nothing here but empty bottles and tiny pieces of concrete. You really are a worthless wreck. Your new friend is about to get stomped or blasted or kicked with a giant metal leg, and all you can do is hop around like a maniac and smack a trash can. Fuck. Luckily, for once, you aren't the only one here. Your new friend already has a friend. You're really friend crashing here. Oh! Cooperum doesn't screw around. He rises up on a wave of crackling power, attacking the drone by, well, basically just by putting his hands on its big ugly head and discharging as much energy as possible, frying whatever brainstem the thing has. You try to be at least a little bit useful and drag Volkel out of the way of the drone as it falls, but it doesn't fall, it just shuts down. The evil red glow of its eyes dies and it goes still, just becomes an ugly statue of an alien robot in the middle of a filthy street. Cooperum drops like a rock, and before he's even out of the air, he's on his way to Volkel. He shoves you out of the way. Fool, are you okay? Please say you're okay. What the fuck, fool? She buries her face in Cooperum's chest, her two little fists clinging tight to his arms. Her shoulders rise and fall. She's taking huge breaths like she can't get her lungs to work right. Do trolls even have lungs? They probably call them something weird. Respiratory sacs, breath glands, suck sphincters. I'm fine. Idiot. You had a snide comment all ready to go, concerning appreciating your loved ones while you You can before a big metal monster comes and squishes him. But sitting here watching Cooperum hold Focal like he wants to let her go, well, all your sadness drains into a puddle at your feet. You don't know them. You don't know their life. Their relationship might not be the healthiest, but honestly, whose is? You've seen some really bad shit, both here and back home. Hey, you okay, dork? Yeah, you really are, thanks to them. Aww! Success! They're so cute! That's adorable! Look at those little teeth. Aw, that actually had a wholesome ending, which is crazy. I did not think it would. With that, I think I'm going to end this episode here, so thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe, do all of the things that you can do to support this channel, and help it grow. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye!